Welcome to the Genius Talk podcast. I'm your host Atul Raj from the bestemailmarketer.com. And today we have Brian Scott Cross with us. Brian, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. For our listeners who don't know you, can you tell them who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, my name is Brian Gross. I'm a publicist in the entertainment industry. I've been in the entertainment industry since 1993,
Mhm.
starting in the music industry, working my way to other industries, and I've started my company in 2001, handling all facets of clientele and entertainment for the last, oh my goodness, 3 decades.
Wow, that's great. I'm curious, what inspired you to enter in the field of public relation, and how did you get your how did you get started in entertainment industry?
Yeah, it was literally a phone call to a record label when I was a senior in high school that I wanted to intern. And the person who answered the phone just happened to be covering the shifts for the receptionist.
Mhm.
And from there, I went in and interviewed, and I was interning at a record label 3 days a week my senior year of high school. That's how it started. Went away to college, came back, and just sort of grinded and worked my way up to garnering positions at different companies, and then from there starting my own company.
That's great. So, um, can you share a story of a PR campaign that truly challenged you or changed your perspective about the business?
Wow, I mean, I've had so many different campaigns, but like some celebrity campaigns I dealt with. Like I worked with Gene Simmons from Kiss on a book release he had, where we did a press tour. I worked with actress Sasha Grey when she was in the Steven Soderbergh film, The Girlfriend Experience, where we did a major press tour, uh, doing film festivals. It was actually international, doing media all over the world, and it was just incredible to spend time with both and just see the opportunities that took place and watch something grow from sort of a discussion at the beginning to a worldwide effect. And anytime you can take something and see it grow in that capacity is pretty incredible.
Yep, it is. So, what's the biggest mistake companies make with their PR, and how do you help your clients avoid them?
Yeah, I think a lot of the biggest mistakes are more thinking and less doing. In this day and age, I think you miss opportunities when you don't take risk and you don't move forward on opportunities and just implement. A lot of times you'll be on calls or whatnot, and there's just a lot of back and forth and thinking and talking, but less
Mhm.
action. And I think in this day and age, action is vital. The worst things that happen are nothing at all. Maybe you get negative response. Well, you can turn that into a positive. And obviously, if you get a positive response, that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, but totally agree with that. Like, I have lost so many opportunities because of that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? People just they think too much and they don't act. And it's so important to try things and see, make mistakes,
Mhm.
put things out there and see what sticks.
I think being perfectionist is very bad when it comes to PR. What do you think?
Say that again.
Being perfectionist is
Yeah.
is the worst thing in PR.
Yeah, their perfectionism is such a thing, right? It exists and we strive, but it's impossible. You go for it, you seek it, but even the greatest of all time in whatever profession they were in, were never completely perfect. They made mistakes and they learned from them, and that's the ultimate thing. The greatest golfers in the world hit horrible golf shots. It's just how they recover from them that make them so great.
Okay. So, how do you manage stress and prevent burnout in such a fast-paced industry?
Well, I practice yoga at least once a day. I stay active. I think moving is so important. If I
Mhm.
just sat in my office and quote, just festered, I would be dead by now, to be honest. So it's important to move. It's important to be active. It's important to be outside. Those things
Mhm.
are so vital because they give you the energy to to push through the hardest of times.
Yes, I have to go outside. I have been inside my home since morning.
It's a very important to go outside. As soon as we finish, I'm gonna go on my morning walk, go grab my morning tea and push through my day. I've already been here a few hours, but I just think it's so important to get outside.
Well, I missed the morning walk, but I'm going to go for a good night walk after my next interview, who was and it was at 10:30 p.m. So maybe at 12 p.m. I mean at
It
night.
doesn't matter. Walk around the block. You know what I mean? Just get some
Yeah.
fresh air. I think it's really important.
Okay, so like, who are your idol clients? Like, who do you help with?
I mean, I work with so many different types of people and companies. It's, especially with timing and whatnot, I don't necessarily list them all here. But I work with a large, the types of clients I work with are people that might be already famous and want strategy, and people who want to become famous and need help getting things off the ground. So I've always had a wide variety.
Okay. Can you share a before and after story of any of your client? And yeah, no need to tell the name. You can keep
Yeah,
this
no,
anonymous.
I worked with an adult toy company that hired me. They just
Uh-huh.
started. We've gotten some decent press. Our big sort of get was the cover of the New York Times business section,
Uh-huh.
and about a year later, they sold the company because of the response. So that was a success story.
Oh yes, like first growing the company and then selling it, then start another company.
Exactly.
Okay, so after 32 plus years in the business, what keeps you inspired and motivated?
Every day is a new day. Every day something different. I'm talking to
Mhm,
you today. So it's so important to have that sort of outlook of the next day is always going to be something new, something different. It's not monotonous as
mhm.
much as I come in and grind and put the work in and put the hours in. There's always something new, always something going on.
Okay, so looking back when you started, what's one lesson you will tell yourself when it comes to PR if you have to restart again today?
Yeah, I think, sometimes there was some fear and trepidation, but I've
Mhm.
learned over the years to be fearless, to make those cold calls, to send those cold emails, to reach out, to contact people. I've always been pretty good at that. It's just when I started, you always had that fear and trepidation, but you get past that, you work through it.
Okay, so if someone's starting in PR, like what advice would you give them?
It's all about the 10,000 hours, that old addict where you've got to put in the time and the work to really
Mhm.
hone your craft and really learn and to really feel confident in what you're doing.
Okay, so for our listeners who want to know more about you and want to connect with you, where can they go?
Yeah, so I'm on all the social media. Well, my website's bsgpr.com, and then
Mhm.
Twitter and X, Twitter, and Instagram at bsgpr.
Okay, so is there anything else that you would like to share?
Yeah, no, I would love to add that. First off, I appreciate the time very much. And, if anyone's just even interested in public relations, media
Mhm.
relations, publicity, or is involved and needs help or has questions, I'm always, my door's always open to help those in my community and in my profession.
Mhm. Okay, so like you know what, I'm curious. Like, what's your strategy to help a known brand become known?
Yeah, I mean, we really deep dive, my team and we deep dive into the brand and what they have going on and create sort of formulas and ideas that we work with the client
Uh-huh.
to ultimately push out there. So it's really a team effort. I think ultimately it's a team effort. It's ultimately working
Uh-huh.
together with the client to come up with the best opportunities to go out and hopefully accomplish their goals.
Okay, and can you walk us through the process of working with you?
Yeah, no, I mean, if I get approached, I put together proposals for
Uh-huh.
potential clients. And when we agree on them, we put together, what we need from them. And once they get us all the information and everything that we need, we start to put together the ideas, the press releases, the press kit, everything that's involved to then
Uh-huh.
go out to media.
Okay, great. Brian, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and it was really great chatting with you.
Likewise, thank you for having me.